Hello and welcome. How are we all? It's been a little while since the last live, so I thought I'd do a Q&A with regards to all the different Legoland theme parks I've been to over the last sort of 6 to 8 months. Just come back from Dubai, landed on Tuesday last week. Currently putting the Dubai playlist together, so I thought now would be a perfect time to do a Q&A about anything, of any questions that you guys have got about any of the videos that are going to be coming within that playlist, and then also anything else with regards to how do they compare, if you're going to stay anything special, if you're going to be booking bits and pieces for the summer. So I have got some bits and pieces that I've got written down with regards to what I think you might find handy, and I've also been asked a couple of questions through the Instagram poll, the Instagram page that I've got going before, so I'll keep checking my Instagram to make sure I don't miss any of those questions. And then if anybody's watching in the back, especially from everybody that's in America, come watch this back. And then if you are watching this back and it's not live, let me know in the comments below there's something that you want to get answered, and I'll be happy to help. I'm starting to get quite a lot of questions on the Lego videos from Billund already with regards to what is where, so I thought, well, we can do this for Dubai, Windsor, Germany and everything else, and just sort of go from there. But don't be afraid to drop a comment and let me know what you guys think. And I've got a poll running as well with regards to what is your favorite park so far. So nice and simple. So if you've got anybody that wants to know anything, just let us know. In fact, what I'll do, I will write that one down. In fact, I don't need to write down. We'll do that one first. So I got asked by one or two people with regards to the last Lalandia video. I think I managed to Google it because the question was, from what I can gather, a room that was within the Landia accommodation. Now, the Landia video went up a week or so ago, and that was a full tour around the Landia accommodation. So we're currently in Billund, Denmark at the moment. And the question was basically, how close is the Lalandia accommodation to the hotel and the park and the house? And I think they meant the Lego hotel. So you've got the Lalandia accommodation and it wraps around. You've got a big circle and it goes really, really far back that you can do a load of different bits and pieces with. And then you can come down on a train, and then that takes you to the front of the Lalandia. So that train's about 5 minutes long. From there, it's very much a case of 25-minute walk through the park, which all these videos are available, so you can hunt them down. It's called their outdoor museum. Begins with, it's like a SCKUPT park. It's a very, very long name. I can't pronounce it, but the park itself is absolutely lovely. So you can hunt that down within the Billund playlist, and it does say a walk to the Lego house. That's about 25 minutes, and the Lego theme park is about a 5-minute walk from the front door of the Lalandia building. But depending how far you are set back, obviously it might be a little bit longer. So I thought I'd get that out of the way first. I've gone live a couple of minutes early to let everybody get notified. So I'll give it a minute or two, and then I'll start running through the list, and I'll start answering all the questions that are going to be in the chat, if any. Because, like I said, I've not gone live for 2 weeks or so. So hopefully I'm still in the algorithm, and it will still let people know, which will be good. Trying to think with regards to any of the questions that were in the videos recently, and then what we'll do, we'll just bounce between all the different parks and the other parks that you guys haven't seen yet, just because there's videos. Obviously, you know that the Dubai playlist is coming. I have also been to the Germany park as well, and I rate that very, very highly. So I am actually looking potentially going over there sooner rather than later, and I would like to try and get New York or California. There's 3 as well, isn't there? There's another one over that way, Florida. I've done the one in Florida. That's a nice park. That's based on an old theme park, so that is very much more theme park layout rather than sort of Lego layout. The New York one's brand new, and California it'll be interesting. So I might do a spontaneous thing with regards to booking something and just seeing it, because these videos that I've uploaded so far from Dubai, they seem to have gathered a little bit of traction, and they seem to have got going. So I suppose my question to you, is I'm waiting for everybody to come in, is do you guys like the mix of stuff? So I know a lot of people liked it in Billund because you could see everything around it, and it made sort of travel going to the park and the Lego house from all the different accommodations a little bit easier. And that's what I've tried to do with all the videos coming from Dubai as well, because it's on its own resort, but because it has got multiple theme parks and it costs so much money to get there, I needed to get as many videos as possible. Whereas with Billund, it had the house where I could do a load of videos, and I had the park, which was huge, which I could do a load of videos, and then you had all the walks and stuff linking them in between. I didn't have that luxury this time at Dubai, because you can't film in the water park, and the water park has all the rides, and a lot of the rides at the Lego park when I went weren't open, so I had to make the best of a bad situation and do all the other parks as well. So that's my question to you guys. Do you like that? Do you like the travel videos as well? Are they helpful? So would you like me to basically do a video diary from day one to the end of the trip, as well as all the videos as well? And I could almost upload that first, so I could let you know basically what's to come throughout. I think the video diary that, say for example, that we've been doing for the Batman builds or for the Star Wars displays, if that was something that you find quite helpful, then obviously I can just film 30-40 second snippets every single day, obviously put them all together as one long video, that then be uploaded first. That'd be a what's to come video with regards to the travel, how everything went, what was the landing going, what was the landing coming back, and so on and so forth. And then you've just got something that you can sort of expect to see. So again, if that's something you guys would like to see, let me know. Somebody's gone straight in with Windsor for their favorite Lego park. Interesting. They've come and gone, I think. Come and gone. So whoever that was, thank you very much for your vote indeed. My favourite one. What's my favourite? How would I rank? So that is actually a question. I've got to rank the parks. So I might do that first, as the Windsor's just set me off. So let's rank the Lego park, shall we? I'll include Florida and I'll include Germany, because I've been to those. I would put, as a park, including all this, has got to include all the rides and Miniland, so it's as a whole package. I would do Billund, Germany, because all the rides are turned up in Germany, and it's like a normal theme park in Germany, so Germany's very, very good. From there, I would probably have Windsor / Florida as a close third, and I'd actually put Dubai Legoland, even though the layout's lovely, as a whole package, I'd put that at the lowest, only because the water park is absolutely amazing. So if you did the water park from Dubai and the Legoland park from Dubai as one, it would be top. But because you've got to buy two separate tickets, you can't do it that way. And this is the same thing for the one in Florida as well. You have to buy... Florida's even worse, I do believe, because you've got to buy a ticket to get into the Florida Legoland, and then you've got to buy another ticket to get into the water park, whereas at least in Dubai you can do it separately. But the Dubai water park has more rides than what it does in the Legoland park. So the Legoland park, even though it's very, very basic, as though it's very spacious and the layout's lovely, it's very, very basic. So like the Imagination Centre, there's no rides or anything there. It's perfect for the little ones to build and things. It's almost a mix of the Lego house and a theme park, but their main focus point was the water park, which you guys will see later on. So I'm not hating on the Dubai Lego park whatsoever, but with regards to how I'd rank them as a Lego park solely, I would put Billund first, Germany second, Windsor third, possibly third, over Florida. Only because Florida's I don't know, because Florida's got the no, I'd have to put Florida over Windsor, because they have their traditional jet ski rides and everything like that. So I have to put that in there. Killian, how are we, dude? How is everything? Welcome. You all good? How's life, sir? What would you rank your layout of parks, dude? But yeah, I'd probably have to put Florida third. I would put it top because of the history of the park, but I don't think because of how the park is, I would say the Billund in Germany actual Lego park is better. But if you know the history behind the Florida park, without that park, nothing else would have happened. And because it's got the gardens there, those gardens are the most beautiful things that I've ever walked through in my life. So Yeah, sorry, dude, I had the poll written down, so I couldn't. That's the problem. I was looking at the votes, and the votes for me go over the thing. So I've seen that there's a couple of people voted, but I couldn't see you in the chat. So I've done that before with Ginty. Ginty was there for ages, and yeah, my bad. Brick Builds, how are we? How is everything? We okay? Is everything good? But yeah, I would probably put the Florida. I would have put the Florida Park higher, but as regards to it, they took over a theme park, and what they've done is that they've rethemed the rides. So I'd have to put Billund, Germany, Florida, Windsor, Dubai as those 5. Yeah, all good, thank you, sir. All good. You've been busy, Brick Builds? Everything been okay? So, guys, we're doing a sort of like a live Q&A with regards to anything that you guys want to know, and I've got a load of bits and pieces written down that I thought you guys might find interesting, and also you guys just chat away, because I know you guys haven't been able to speak to each other for a little while. So that's how I'd rank the parks, just from a park point of view, basically. You'd have to do it from what you think from the videos, Killian. From what you've seen of the videos so far, you'd have to let me know. But yeah, Florida for the gardens goes top, but I can't put it top as the theme park, even though it is absolutely massive. You started to pack it up. What with regards to that's it, game over, or are you redesigning bits and pieces, Killian? What we doing? How's your stop motion coming along, Brick Bills? Everything okay? Right. I don't know if Mandy is ghosting in the background, but Mandy would like to know about the hot dogs and which park has its best moving house. When do you move, dude? How long is it until you go? So Mandy said about the food and if there's any hot dogs in Dubai and where the best place is for the hot dogs. And I would probably say order for that would go Billund, Windsor, Germany, and then I didn't have anything in Dubai because I didn't actually have anything open, and I didn't eat anything over in Florida because I took some snacks. So Mandy, that is how I would rate the hot dogs for you, young lady. So hopefully that'll be everybody and be splendid. I'm sure we'll do a full circle back around to that point when everybody starts coming back in. Oh, amazing. So you I'm guessing you're just waiting for the link to go through. I know Saturday Ave is going to be late to this, and Anthony is going to be a bit late to this as well. So I'm sure the chat will pick up in a little bit. Colin will be in about 8 o'clock. Now, Colin asked a question with regards to what free stuff do you get from the Lego house, and you don't actually get anything free from the Lego house. You only get the 6 bricks when you leave from the conveyor belt. And that's right. As long as it's not as long as there's no stress or anything for you to do, that's the main thing. As long as it's just sort of going through. Yeah. So yeah, that's a question he asked me. Asking if you've got any questions, Killian. Either ask me on this, and then after the live, just send me that question again to that story. And what I do is I just tag you in it with all the other questions that have been asked. So I've got a couple, which is what I'm going through now, and then I'll actually tag everybody after. It's just a load of people that might not be able to answer those questions. But yeah, with regards to the free stuff from the Lego house, because the shop. Now this is quite actually interesting. Actually, the Lego shop at the Lego house is exactly the same as a Lego store that we can go to, apart from Killian, because Killian doesn't have a store over there, which is a bit of a shame. But you can use all your VIP points, everything. So it basically works as a normal store. So you don't get anything free unless it's a poly bag, or if you hit over a certain amount of money and so on and so forth. But you don't get that from the Lego shop at the airport. You don't get that from the Lego shop at the 2 hotels, nor do you get it at the Lego shop or store from the Lego theme park. There is one coming. Oh, dude, I'll have to come over and check it out. I want to see what it's going to be like in Dublin. Well, I'll do a Dublin tour to the shop. That'd be a nice couple of days away. Let me give me some information on that, dude, when you know, and then I'd really like to go over and check that one out. But yeah, so you might, if you get there on opening day, you'll actually get some free bits and pieces, because they usually do a minifigure for the first X amount of people that come through, or they do like a free poly bag to the store, because they do store opening exclusives, don't they? So the exclusives gets me on to the difference with the Lego house. Is the Lego house will have, currently they've got four, I want to say 4 exclusives. So they did have the big tree, which I know Killian liked, but they don't have that at the moment. I think that's gone. They've got the Lego house, which is the one that I've got. They've got the new conveyor belt. They've got the dinosaurs. I think that's it, because those 3 are at the Lego house, and then the exclusive set that you get from the airport is the architectural airport Lego set, but you don't get any points on that set. So the long-winded way around of it is, no, you don't get any free stuff from the Lego house, but you do get a good selection of exclusives, which is really, really cool. With regards just to that side of stuff coming through. What's going on with the poll? 75% for billund so far. Yeah, I would agree. Because I would actually like to go back to Florida to film the Legoland over in Florida, because it would take that'd be, I get so many videos from that, just because there's so many different lands and how it works out to be. Is amazing. Whereas the one in Dubai is sort of like 4 separate sections because of how it's pocketed. You basically just do a big circle, and whereas Windsor has all of its own separate themes, they've just dumped all the same themes in one thing. But you've got all of that to look forward to. But yeah, you'd only get the free bricks there, and you did get some free bricks at the Brick Builds factory in Dubai, but they weren't really running that tour properly. But I did manage to pick up 1 or 2 bricks. Yes, there's a Dubai architectural set. It's the one with the big tall Burj Khalifa and a couple of the other bits and pieces on. I have a photo, Killian, that I will send you. So I teased everybody. I was going to use the photo for this, but I thought the photo was that nice, I'll actually use it for the Miniland when I actually film that part of the Miniland. And it's got all the skyscrapers and everything on there. And their Miniland is just huge. It's tens of thousands of bricks directly up. So that will actually take us on to the next one, is who has the best Miniland. So which park has the best Miniland out of everything that you've seen and the other ones that I've seen as well? For variety, I'd have to give it to Windsor, only because Windsor has a pocket of everything. Billund, I would say, is bigger. Dubai is taller because they just have all of their own. Okay. Yeah. Well, we did have that plan at one point to do that architectural set city, didn't we? Where it's going to be a Miniland walkthrough for the theme park. And I'm actually tempted to bring that back up here and do it where I've got the boxes on the right hand side, and then just tile it, because it was going to take up about a table, and I was going to use it as a Miniland thing. But yeah, it kind of makes sense if you want like a mystical sort of Miniland, like a Mythica type thing. I think that would work quite well. But yeah, with regards to who has the best Miniland, I don't know, it's tough, because it depends on what you guys think of the best Miniland, because the variety has to go to Windsor. The size goes, like I said, to Billund. The height goes to Dubai. The brightness would go to Germany, which you guys haven't seen. And then you've got Florida, which I can't really say too much about, because it started to absolutely pour down when I was walking around that one. So I can't really include that one in. But I suppose you can make up your own mind with regards to what you think is the best Miniland, only because of the volume of what goes on in your head for everything like that. So you guys let me know either in the chat or in the comments when you guys watch this back what you guys think is your favorite or your favorite Miniland is. So what are you going to do to your city, Killian? What are you thinking with regards to doing stuff? You're going to have like a just put all your dragons and everything in there. So I guess it's a perfect opportunity, because if you're going to take it all apart and then rebuild it all again, I think that'd be a good shout. What have we got? Best Miniland. There we are. Take that one off. Where shall we get to next? Shall we do? I leave the best shop in the BAM and the pub wall until everybody else turns up, because I think you guys all want to speak about that. Somebody asked about my next visit. Next visit, I would probably say I would like to either do, is a new one that I haven't yet filmed. I would like to do Germany or New York. However, I would probably be going to Billund next. So that is what I would be saying with regards to where my next visit will be. Mr. Saturday Avenue, how are we? So you got any questions Saturday Ave? Just fire them out, and then you guys can just chat away in the chat, and I will just be jumping in and out of that chat as we go. I've been going through a load of different questions. So we've had best Miniland, rank the parks. Mandy asked about the best place to get a hot dog. Do you get any free stuff from the Lego house? And I will actually check now, as you guys are going to have a quick chit chat, if anybody else has asked any questions with regards to. No, not a problem. No. All good this way, Mr. Saturday. Yeah, all good. Done a lot of editing today for all the Lego stuff in Dubai. There is a lot of videos, actually. You've got a lot of Miniland videos to come. I want to say you got about 8. No. Yeah, if you go by footfall or best time to go, it's a bit bizarre because boo, Lego student, how are we? What's that? Is that cat in the box? How are we, Mandy? Everything okay? So it's a bit bizarre, Killian, because if you get a chance to watch any of the other videos that are non-Lego related, the place is completely deserted because they've got their expo on over there. But from what I can gather, it's basically their off season anyway. Because I was speaking to the members of staff, and they're like, "Oh, well, we don't really get busy until May time, when the summer holidays kind of start with the UK." And I was thinking to myself, well, I physically, as it stands right now, the Windsor Park is closed, or it might be open for a temporary hours. Billund you can't get into at all. Germany you can't get into. And I even looked at going to New York, and you can't go to New York until April either. So I wonder why the Dubai park is open if all the others are in their off season, but it must just be because the weather's decent. But no, there was literally nobody there. I walked around all the theme parks from Dubai, and I got on every single ride in like an hour. But yeah, there's a lot of videos to come with regards to, if we stick with Dubai for a second and what's to come, you've got a lot of stuff from Riverland still to come, because the first one that I uploaded, I didn't actually do all of it. So you've got another day Riverland to come, you've got a night Riverland to come, you've got a park to park entrance day and night, and then you've got a me getting lost tour going from the hotel to Riverland, which went horrendously wrong. And then we hunt down the best way to get to the front entrance of the Lego park from the hotel. Then you've got 8 different videos to come from Bollywood. You've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16, 20 videos to come from the Legoland Dubai. You've got about 8, maybe 9 from Motion Gate. And then you've also got a handful from the expo, which I haven't yet started to put together. So there's lots and lots and lots of different bits and pieces to come. And then obviously you've got all the POVs with regards to going to Dubai and then coming back day and night as well. How are we, Mandy? Oh, is everything okay? I think my chat's on a bit of a delay. So I was the only one there. And when I say I was the only one there, I walked around the whole of Bollywood theme park. I didn't see anybody. Didn't see anybody. So I didn't speak to anybody or say anything to anybody for like 4 days. It was really weird speaking to the camera when I could, because I basically forgot how to speak. So hence why I'm speaking so much now, because I've not said much at all. But no, it wasn't really that busy, Killian. It wasn't really busy at all. Right, guys, questions that we've covered so far. We have done the... Do you get anything free from the Lego house? Mandy, I've already answered your hot dog napping. That doesn't surprise me. I've already ranked your hot dogs, Mandy. Ranked the hot dog challenge. We've ranked the parks. No, I haven't got a Facebook channel, dude. Potentially, I should probably do that. But no, I haven't. I don't upload the videos to Facebook. Because I know you can link the YouTube video to Facebook, can't you? And then it links it that way, or you get different ad revenue through Facebook. So I should potentially do something like that, really. We've ranked the best Minilands. Yeah, I think a lot of people still use it. I don't have my own personal stuff on there. I don't have my own personal Instagram either. So I don't really do any of that side of thing. 83% so far for Billund. Billund looks like it might be winning this. Not gonna lie, Billund might be looking like it's winning. Yeah, it's good. It's a good idea, Killian. It's a good idea. I have noticed, Mr. Lego King, how are we, sir? I've noticed the last couple of videos that I've done from the Dubai. I don't know if it's because the title is more searched than Billund, but the numbers of views on the last couple of videos that I've put up are outdoing anything else that I've done so far, which is really, really good. So fingers crossed the channel will carry on growing that way, and it obviously it snowballs through people's story on Instagram as well. But the conversion rate from people that follow you on Instagram to go over to YouTube, it's just completely non-existent, which is a bit of a shame. So now you guys are all in, and obviously people are still coming through. I've been literally talking non-stop for the whole time you've gone on, so we've done all those little bits and pieces. Now we are going to do the best shop and pub wall. So guys, what do you think so far? Do you think is the best shop / pub wall you have seen from any of the Lego parks that I've uploaded, which is only going to be 2? So you've got the Dubai one to come. That shop is not too bad at all, and their pub wall is not in their Lego shop. It's not in their main Lego store. It's in a completely different place, and their builder figure as well is in another completely different shop, which is quite nice. So their shop is actually all it's just a shop, which is nice. Yeah, it's true. It is true, but I will be ranking them for you. So Germany wins, hands down. Not going to get beaten. You guys haven't seen that unless you've been to Germany. You would know why. You can buy any single element from Germany. So their factory tour, you go through their factory, you come out and you go down some stairs, and you can buy anything and everything you want there. You can buy roller coaster track. They basically do it by the weight. They do have their own store with their own BAM wall and their own pub wall elsewhere in the park, but Germany will not be beaten at all with regards to just stuff that you can bring back. So as a shop, that works massively. And then size wise, Billund, I prefer the Windsor is the biggest, but I probably prefer the layout from Billund, and then Dubai's up there as well, just because there's so much space in there. So they're all similar. Yeah, that's true. The pub wall in Billund shop it's rough, isn't it? Because we're just talking about the park. So the actual Lego Park Billund pub wall was dreadful. But the pub wall in the Lego store from the Lego house is it was all right. So yeah, it's the Germans are unbelievable when it comes to that. That's why I want to try and get over there and have a look, because I'm tempted to just go there for 2 days and just spend one night in their on-site accommodation and just literally go there, film absolutely everything. They've got the factory tour that you guys are going to see from the Billund playlist that's going to be coming up. They've got the same thing over there in Germany, but how it ends is completely different. Because the one in Dubai, it ends in the pick a brick shop, which you guys have seen and left comments on, whereas Germany, it has everything, but it goes by weight. So yeah, it's a bit different, but they have everything though. So you can get like base plates and all those different bits and pieces. Whereas I think if you went to the actual pub wall in the Lego store in Germany, they just do it as a normal cup, I think. Yeah, the pub at the Lego house was very, very good because you could just brim it up as a normal cup and they just charge you by that. So it's yeah, it's an interesting one. Yeah, luckily my tan lines aren't showing too bad, which is good. I spent like half a day trying to get rid of like the bottom half of my face was ice white, so I had to spend a little while. But if you catch it right, I've got a bit of a tan line where the mask is on both sides. So I think you should go, Mandy. I think you should go. I'm going to try and get over. I want to try and get to the Germany one, and I want to get to New York. That's the two that I haven't filmed that I'd like to do before Christmas, ideally. I just don't know. I don't know whether to go when it's Halloweeny or to go just when it's cheap. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure when to pull the trigger, because the next thing that I was about, that actually takes us on quite nicely with regards to what else is there to do at these parks, because somebody asks what else is there to do around. So obviously everybody in the chat knows that Billund has everything. It's all within walking distance. So you've got the Legoland, the Lego house. You can walk around the factories and everything. So if you're going there solely for Lego stuff, it's perfect. You've got the land here, so that'll probably be number one. Germany, you have to drive to, and then you are just on its own resort. So you have a big resort, which is nice. But then you've also got, yes, dude. I'm still doing the PT and massage. Yeah. Yeah, there's a Legoland in Japan and a Legoland in China. I was actually looking at the flights to Japan are like 850 quid. It's like, no, not going to happen. I can get to Billund for £25. I'm not going to pay 850 quid to get over to Germany. But yeah, there's one in Korea, and they're supposed to be opening one up in China. There's a water park opening up in Italy. But yeah, and there's one in Singapore as well. Because I was looking at the flights to Singapore, but the flights to Singapore are really, really expensive, which is a real shame. But Germany, you could do in a weekend, really, if you could land in the morning. Actually, to be fair, I probably need 2 days, because what I would do I wouldn't hire a car, and I know the bus or the train takes ages to get to the Lego park. This isn't Germany we're talking about, so that would be like a full vlog video diary just of how to get from the airport to the Germany place as easy as possible before you even film any of those bits and pieces. And it's the same thing with the one in Florida as well. It's sort of almost in between Disney and Universal, so you either need a car or you need to bus it. But with regards to what else is there to do for Windsor, if you're staying at the Lego Hotel in Windsor, it's just a hotel. There's not really, it's not like you can just get out and do stuff like it is with Billund. Dubai, obviously, as you're going to be seeing, it's a resort. So you've got 4 theme parks in total, 3 others you can jump there with regards to anything. You can do whatever you want. So you're all, you live in the dream. You can do all that kind of thing. And then you've got the Riverland and everything else like that over in Dubai. So with regards to be able to do multiple things, I would probably say Billund goes first. This is multiple things. So Billund first, Dubai second, only because there's so much more to do. Depending on, though, if you're going to be staying at the hotel by Dubai or where I stayed, because if you're not staying at those two, then it's a completely different ball game, and you won't have that much to do really. Then it would be Germany, just because you've got a really big resort to walk around. Windsor, I would say, probably got the nicest hotel rooms, but it's just got the least to do. So it's a bit of a mixed bag, that one, which is a shame. Yeah, Singapore's very expensive. I started to look at the flights and I was like, nah, no, not going to happen. Yeah, well, it's interesting where they've got these parks dotted out about, and I would quite like to go. I'd like to go to a place that I've not been before. Yeah, so Universal, I would love to go there. I've been there once. I really liked it, and I would really like to go to Universal, do Universal, and do the Lego Park, and just get all of that filmed, because I think that would be really, really popular with people. So yeah, that's what I'd like. That's what I would like to do. Right, so we've covered over best visits, hotel stuff, places to stay. So if you're going about the volume of hotels with regards to the parks, or if we keep it Lego related, but you can stay anywhere, Billund's going to win, just because there's so many different places that you can do, and it's all within walking distance. So that's just a winner. Windsor does Windsor has quite a few affiliated hotels where you can get a bit like Billund, where you don't have to stay at the Lego hotel. You can stay elsewhere, but then you just drive in and then just use that as the overnight hub. But you can get like a 2-day pass, which works quite well. So you can do that from Billund, and you can do that from Windsor, and that works out to be okay. Like I said, Germany, you're just in a resort, but there might be a hotel that's in slight walking distance with regards to being able to get into Germany and doing those some bits and pieces. So that could work. And then Dubai, you've got three hotels on site on the resort. The place that I stayed was just a budget hotel. I think it was like 55 quid a night. And that was more expensive than what it would have been, only because the expo was on. If you tried to book that after the expo was finished, it was about 40 quid a night. So it was actually cheaper than a travel lodge. So it worked really, really well. But yeah, it's one of those where the price can obviously it can snowball if you don't try and stay on top of it. But yeah, I think Germany might be potential for me to try and get to, which would be good. Right, that's going on. So what else have we got? Best shop and ban wall. That one has been done. Best rides. It's going to be a close 3. It's going to be Billund, Germany, or Florida. But as you two haven't, nobody's seen the other two, I can just make it up. Florida's based on an actual theme park, so the rides are completely different. Nothing, Killian. I saw nothing at all with regards to anything. Yeah, I didn't see anybody. There's no pieces over there. I didn't see anything that would have been used. To be fair, you might actually spot something that I should have picked up maybe when I show you the Dubai Park, the factory tour. But I went to the Lego Park twice, just because there's so much of the stuff to film, and because it was really, really quiet, it got really awkward really quickly at other places. So yeah, it was a bit of a weird trip, to be honest, but it is what it is. Best rides, yeah, I would probably say Germany, everything was turned up. Billund, they just had a lot of them. And Florida was an old theme park, so any of those 3 were fine. This is the only thing that I would say now, that when you see these videos of Dubai, their main rides are in the water park. So that's why I would knock their park down, because they have a laser shooter like everything else. They have the Squid Racer, like all the others. They have the underwater ride, like all the others, because obviously they're part of Sea Life. But then they've got their imagination sector, and there wasn't anything there with regards to. It was a huge open space, so the kids could do. I guess it was meant for building and all that sort of stuff, but it just looked. It was just bizarre because the imagination centre that they got in Windsor, that's the one where they got the ride that goes around the top, and it's where all the giraffes and stuff are. So there's a ride or two in there, but then inside they've got some buildings, the imagination centre, and it's a mix of what you can do. But with over the imagination centre over in Dubai, it was literally that was it. It was just this huge area, and you could go into one of the buildings on the right hand side, build some stuff with one of their imagination computers, and then just leave. And then you went through the land, and that was it. So there was a lot of space in certain bits, but then their Lego City section, it was packed of just different bits and pieces. So it's a bit of a shame with regards to it's obvious which park's more popular. The water park's going to be more popular because of the heat, so everybody's going to be going over there. And obviously, with the water park being only one of the four, and the rides are suitable for all age groups, for children and adults, and you can just go there by yourself and have a blast. And some of the water slides are very, very, very quick. That's why they put all their time and effort, and it does look like they've got room to expand if they wanted to. The Dubai park has been open, I think, since like 2008, I think. But the hotel itself opened in I want to say it was like 2020, but obviously COVID, I think it opened in 2021. So they have the new huge hotel there. But yeah, it looked a little bit. It doesn't look dated because it's really clean. But all the rides that they've done, like they've got an airport ride there, and they've got another one or two other rides where they've classed those rides as part of a different theme, but they would be located within like the Duplo section. So it's almost like the rides are much, much younger. But they have the Dragon roller coaster was there, which I went on, and that was okay. The Dragon roller coaster track itself, it was actually a good ride. So if you just compare the Dragon roller coasters, not anything else, that's up there on the list. I would probably put that in the top 3, and Windsor would be the worst because it's just the slowest. So it's an interesting one because they've gone massive on their Dragon roller coaster, and that they've got like a big night section where they've done a real nice job with all of that. And then you go over to a different section, it's just completely empty. It's almost like they need just to overhaul the certain bits. But you'll see it when we go around. But out of all the parks, it was the friendliest. They found it a bit bizarre that I was walking around by myself, so they keep coming up to me asking if I was okay. But that was all right. But the security in Motion Gate, they were just shouting at all the kids, telling them to put their masks up, and it was a really unhappy environment. It didn't, it made people feel really uncomfortable. It was just bizarre. But yeah, the security side of things, they were. I don't know. There must have been sort of some boundary or something where they've been told to do it in a certain way, and they just weren't coming across fantastic. But that was only in Motion Gate. Bollywood, they were fine. Legoland, they were fine. Legoland Water Park, nobody cared. So that was absolutely perfect. And with the water park, that was the only place you had to have a mask on. So that's where everybody was hiding because everybody was getting their tan and everything there. So that was nice. But if you guys are wanting a sort of a short break away and a decent water park, they have just opened up a Lego water park in Italy, haven't they? If everybody that's liked the video, guys, thank you very much. That helps. But yeah, get your questions in. I'm going to check my Instagram again to make sure that I've not missed anybody else's questions, and then we'll carry on and go back through. Has it been seen by anybody else? No, I don't understand what's going on with the stories at the moment. It's been seen by like 8 people. That's why I don't use Instagram at all. anymore. Never mind. But yeah, it was a bit of a bizarre one, because it just sort of put you off guard a little bit. But then every single person was at this Dubai Expo, so you got all of those videos and everything to come as well. So that'll be exciting. But if we stick to the best ride for the Dragon, I reckon Dubai will be probably joint first with Germany, and then Billund was all right, but it's just very short, and then the Windsor one that's very slow. So yeah, I would say, because the actual track, it looks absolutely enormous. So when you see that video, you'll understand exactly what I am talking about. But obviously, these are questions that I'm just answering now for anybody to watch back. So let's tick that off. I can't even read my own writing now. I've got best something, house and park. Oh, best seasons. So when is the best season to go? I guess it very much depends on weather. If for the person that wanted to know that, I mean, unless you mean with regards to what they do, as in they've got the Christmas stuff, obviously. You then got the Halloween stuff as well, which works nicely. So it depends on if you're more of a Christmas person or a Halloween person. But you've got to be careful, because certain parks aren't open for those. I think, like anything else, it can be done in one day if you want to rush around. To be fair, Mandy, it depends on if you want to get on any of the. It depends on if you want to get on all the rides. If you don't want to get on all the rides, yes, you can do, and you can just soak in the Miniland for a couple of hours, and you'll be absolutely fine. If you wanted to do all the rides, then no, but you could walk around it all, but it would be a little bit of a rush. Mental cards, yeah, I saw. There was a few which you will see on the on some of the videos, but there's a couple of Porsches, a couple of Ferraris and stuff like that. But I wasn't in the heart of Dubai, so I didn't see all the pimped out stuff like that. I was by the other end. During a school week, yeah, I would say so. Yeah, as long as the kids are at school, you would be because the only two long queues are usually the log flume. So this is Windsor we're talking about. So the log flume, the rapids, which it takes a couple of minutes to go around. There's a lot of videos for the indoor one Saturday. Don't you worry. There's about eight more. It's going to be about 8 different parts, because some of those things are absolutely massive. But yeah, so going back to the Windsor, yeah, you can do it in a day if you want to get on any ride that you want to get on, walk around the whole park, and obviously you wanting to soak in the Miniland, you can do that absolutely no problem, and it would be a full day. If you literally went there for 1 or 2 rides and it was school time, the Miniland's quiet, because nobody looks at the Miniland until the park starts to finish. So yeah, you could do it. You could do it in a day, but I mean, day and a half ideally, probably, if you wanted to soak it in. So say, for example, if you're staying with a hotel that's affiliated and you can get 2 days, but you go to check in at say 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and you went to the park in the afternoon and just use the afternoons to get your bearings, then the following day you had 3/4 of a day, then yeah, you could do. But yeah, if you wanted to see all of that sort of stuff, yeah, you get on the main rides, Mandy, put it that way, and you get around it. I don't think you would. They always say that you're going to be rushed doing it in a day, but you could soak it all in a day, yeah. Because it opens up at 10. So if you got there for 10 o'clock, you'd be all right. Right, let's going back through. So mental cars done. Can Windsor be done in a day during a school week? We'll be seeing more videos of the indoor Miniland. But yeah, there's loads. So today I've just put together the videos, like 15-20 minutes each, but because the Miniland is so vast with regards to height and sort of girth and just everything that it's got. Like one of the models that I this is the video that's going to be coming live. So actually, I'm glad you said that. What I'm going to do is every Sunday at 5 o'clock, there's going to be a new Lego upload from Dubai. So every Sunday at 5 p.m. you're going to have a Lego Dubai upload. It's either going to be the Miniland or it's going to be the park. And then on the other 3 days, it will either be me getting lost or the expo. And then you have Motion Gate, and then you have Bollywood. So there'll be 4 videos a week, but every single day, every single week at 5 o'clock on a Sunday, you're going to get the next Miniland from Dubai or just Dubai itself. And yeah, this one that's coming from the Miniland, the thing is so big, it was 550,000 bricks, and you could crawl inside it and then just have a look at the inside as well. So yeah, you got a lot of, with regards to the Miniland of Dubai, you got a load of videos just because it took so long to film it because it's just so big. But if you were to literally just breeze past it, it wouldn't take you that long to do and get round. So on a scale of actual size of Miniland, it's not massive, but with regards to actually having to stand there to pan up, to zoom in, to come back down and sort of wrap it around, it takes so much longer. So yeah, so just remember 5 o'clock UK time every Sunday. You're going to have, it's probably going to alternate between like a walk around Miniland, shop Miniland, POV Miniland, and so on and so forth. So that's how that's going to Killian got the girth joke. Perfect, might do that. Good. Well, let us know if I can help you, Mandy, and let me know what time you're thinking of coming down and everything else like that. Let me know. All good this way, Lego King. Yeah, it's good to get everybody back in the chat and having a chit chat and just catch up with everybody. It's nice. It's nice to you guys can have a chat through as I carry on working through this list, so you guys can just talk amongst yourselves as well. So that's sort of what these lives are all about, aren't they? They just get everybody together. Looking forward to the prick of where are we? What have I got? Missed some. Yeah, so Lego King says you can do a fast track ticket for the school and the school holidays. In school days. But the only problem is with the fast track is that if everybody else does it, the queue's still really long. So it's almost like they need an app where you can pick 5 rides and you can just select a time slot for, and then you can just go there at that time and do it. Because the fast track you can just do all of them, but if everybody does them all at the same time, I've known of people complain about their queue bot, just because you don't save that much time, because the queues are massive and the queue bot queue's massive, and then you're still queuing, which sort of defeats the object, and you're paying all this extra money. Pumpkin, come here, darling. You're paying all this extra money for nothing. But yeah, there is an opportunity at all the parks if you wanted to do that sort of thing. The pick a brick video, that is going to be linked with the factory tour. So that pick a brick video from Dubai will be linked to the factory tour, and that'll be uploaded in a couple of weeks, because like I said, I've got to get through them all. I've got to voice over everything because I couldn't speak to the camera basically at all, and it just takes forever. It just takes ages. So I've got to put all the videos together, make sure they're they're all edited right, and then I basically hit play again, speaking to a microphone, and try and do the whole thing uncut. Then I've got to render it all. Then I've got to upload it all. So to do the Motion Gate, the Lionsgate video that went live on Saturday night, that took me nearly three, maybe 4 hours to put all of that together. So if you could like and leave a comment on all the videos, guys, to get it into the algorithm, that'll massively help, because there's a lot of work going into all of these. Yeah, so let's carry on with that. So yeah, the pick a brick bit, it looks like it's completely separate stores. You could just go in there, and it's got some clothing, it's got some drinks, and it's got some bricks on the one side. I literally just pan over them because the member of staff was speaking to me at the time. But you can see what elements and things are in there, and the shop's nice. But it's that shop actually is the pick a brick shop is actually an engraving place. So what you can do is when you get your free brick, you can actually have your name and the date and everything put into the back of it. So that's a slightly different touch. But they have got the engraving place in Billund as well, but they don't have that in Windsor, I don't think, unless they're going to be adding that in. my cat is going on a absolute rampage. What are you doing? You're gonna get stuck. There's gonna be a crash. There's gonna be a crash. Yeah, well, the water rides, it's not too bad. Colin, hello. Sorry, I had to scroll all the way back through to come all the way back down again. Hang on. No, I'm going through. Looks like Matt's trying to skip. I haven't even got down that far yet, Killian. Hang on. Water rides when it's cold. Yeah, you can just skip them, Mandy. That'll work. Colin, how is everything? Are we good? Yeah, Fastpass is expensive and pointless, really. Right, I think I'm caught up. Yeah, it's things are when it was saying that when it's peak time, if everybody tries to do that, you just can't get on. Might just cost too much. There's no point. The new one, that new ride, I managed to walk on twice, and it does look like it does look like it works. I'm sticking to the script. Fast pass. That's not going to change. Yeah, so they've got a new John Wick ride. So this is Dubai. There's a brand new John Wick ride with the full theming from the Continental Hotel. That's a phenomenal looking thing. That works. It's a nice ride when it works. That's nice of them, Colin. It's not exactly a thing that you want. Are you back at the hotel now? All right, finally caught back up with the chat, which is good. So I am back with Mr. Lego King as my last one, and billund is winning 75%. That does not surprise me whatsoever. So that's 7-1 probably. Yeah, well, and Colin got his elbows out. All right, dude, no problem, Mr. King. Enjoy trying to get your battery charged back up. Have a good one, sir. Take care. Yeah, you don't want to be food time being disturbed is not good. You don't want that. So, Colin, I did answer your question about the free stuff. Obviously, you already know the answer to that anyway. Mandy, I've already answered yours. Flights. That is a question. They're saying the best time to flight, but it depends on where you're obviously coming from. That's obviously the massive thing with regards to that, because the Dubai flight for me, I flew at, I think it was like 20 to 9 at night, and I landed. By the time I got out, I was about 8:30, 9 o'clock, and then from there, I was basically at the hotel by 10:15 in the morning. But because they're 4 hours difference from the UK, even though you were up all night, you felt like you were going to bed earlier, so it wasn't too bad. So I'd recommend doing that. Going to Dubai, get a late flight, so you don't have to pay for the hotel and you get the full day. But probably not so much with the Germany and Billund one. I have a cat and that got stuck. Hello. Say hello. What date are you going, Colin? Oh, the half term. Is that what, second, third week? So if you need anything, give us a shout and I can help you with all of that stuff. It's not a problem. That's what we missed. Anthony's gone. Hunger Games is the one. So Mr. King was talking about the Lionsgate video that I uploaded from Dubai, which has got Now You See Me, Hunger Games, and the John Wick riding. He's a sleepy pumpkin. Nice. Oh, that'll be good, Colin. That'll be good. What flights are you getting over? So we're talking about the flights then. Because your hotel, depending on what flight you get, your hotel is in walking distance, but it depends if you want to walk it or you can get a bus directly outside the front of the hotel. Sorry, the front of the airport. Nice. That's fair enough. Yeah, you're getting the evening flight over. So you must be going with BA. Yeah, just get if you're getting the night one with obviously with your family, there should be a bus. Should be. Because the airport is like probably about the size of your garden. Colin, it's tiny, and you're about 5 minutes because if you use my phone as the airport and you're here when you come out, your hotel is there, but you have to go all the way around and that way. Actually, that's probably the better way of doing it because it's so long. So if you come out the bottom of the phone, you come all the way up and then across there, because you will have to walk. You're up and past Lalandia, so Lalandia will be on your left. You can Lalandia and the Lego Holiday Village is literally next to each other. But if you just keep going, your hotel will be just there on the left-hand side because you could jump the picket fence from the holiday village into your hotel, because the hotel that you're staying at is the one that I stayed at, and it's the beds. The beds are really nice there. Depending on if you know what room you've got, that's it's a nice one. But yeah, so if you're going on the night and then where you are, you can then obviously just spend all day doing whatever, because you're in a couple of minutes walking distance from the Legoland from your hotel. And then you're also literally next door to the Landia where you're staying for both places. And then you're the 20-minute walk to the Lego house directly through that Skapta Park. But again, where you're staying, if you head towards the theme park and then just take a left because it's all signposted, you can actually see the Lego Hotel and the Lego Castle Hotel and go in and have a look around if it's open. And then if you keep on going in a straight line, you'll end up at the Lego University and the Lego HQ, and then it will wrap back around on itself to the Lego house. There's two ways down to the Lego house. The easiest way, without getting lost, would be the going through the long park. It's just obviously from what your hotel, it's right. Well, you basically cross over the road, walk past Hotel Propellant, and then it's basically a park. Just turn left, walk in a straight line for 20 minutes, and the huge white Lego house is right in front of you. But it depends is that what you're going for? You're going for the park or the house? But yeah, with all your suitcases, I would probably get the bus. Might be a good idea. Have I missed anybody else's questions? No, I don't think so. Yeah, that makes sense. And then what time are you traveling back on day 4? So day 1 is your landing day, and then Legoland is your first full day, and then the Lego house is the second full day. Yeah, see, yeah, I would. You probably want to do that. Yeah, because or you might want to check out Leland. Well, saying that, you could check out Lelandia in the evening because you can go ice skating, you can go bowling, you can play golf, you can do all that sort of stuff as well. And then down by in the Lego house, they've obviously got the Lego shop where you can build your own minifigures and stuff, but you don't need a ticket to do that. So as long as you give yourself enough time. But yeah, if you're going there at 10:30 in the morning to the Lego house, you'll probably spend all day in there, especially looking at the history in the museum and just building loads of different bits and pieces. But oh, that's how it's working. Okay, yeah, fine, I got you. With you. All right, so your landing day So you're landing day. Okay, yeah. So you got the full day on the way back out. Yeah. So your walk around day. Just get familiar where the Lego house is. Look, I would do the Lego shop on your getting to know your day, because you won't have time when you're actually at the house, because you'll just be spending so much time looking around the Lego house. You won't have time to get in the Lego store at the house. But if you go down into Billund, have a look around there, come back up, get over to the Landia, ice skate bowl, eat pizza, all that sort of stuff, and then you know exactly where the theme park is. Then no, let us know, Killian, what was going on with that. Yeah, if you got your first full day to have a look around, you'll be absolutely fine, Colin. And yeah, there's it's tiny. It is a tiny thing. But there's lots of different things to do, but it didn't take that long to do them. So definitely Legolandia and the Lego shop from the Lego house on your first full day. Legoland's going to take all day, and you guys are just going to be knackered, so you can just get a takeaway, and then back down to the Lego house on the third day. And then depending on what time you fly back, you're laughing. That's good top tip, actually, that, Mandy. Yeah. And also, you get your points at the Lego store rather than the Lego shop at the theme park. So you're best off getting anything from the Lego store, and you've got all the exclusives. So that's what we're talking about before you came in, Colin. There's 4 different exclusives from the Lego store at the Lego house, and then you've got the other exclusive at the airport. Oh, well, you got the oh, amazing. You like that? Yeah, if you've got a massive buffet for the evening, you'll be fine with that, because they put nice buffets on. Yeah, I know exactly what you're going to be getting yourself in for, and the food's nice. It is nice. I can't read that back out loud, but that is absolutely sensational, Killian. Could you imagine? But that'll tickle a little bit. You needed some thermals on, that's for sure. Yeah, I'm sure they will do, Colin. They have well, they've got other exclusives though, Colin. That's the thing. So they've got the dinosaur set that's exclusive, and they've also got the new brick build machine that's exclusive, the Lego house, and I think they've got something else, and they've got loads of the airport. But the airport, you can't get your points for, but you can only get the airport from the airport. So, and the airport's only a small little architectural set, so that'll fit in your pocket of your hoodie if you really needed it to. So you could get that. You could get that, no problem. Never to work again, Killian. That thing's it's never gonna be the same again after that, is it? Oof. Ouch, 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 ouch. Right, so yeah, so going back to flight times, I was saying for Dubai, I'd do an overnight flight to get there in the morning, like I did. But I've done Billund, so Colin's done it the right way, because I've done Billund where I would get a super early flight in the morning and then try and have all day at Billund. But just so you're just so tired that it's just tough to get going, and there's no point getting the hotel the night before, because you can't justify the fact of getting there for that amount of time. It's the flight's so early. Whereas if you did what Colin's done, and you get a flight that goes out at about 7 o'clock, because they're an hour ahead. By the time he's out of the airport, it'll be about 10 o'clock. And then you just basically spend a little bit extra on the hotel the night before, and then you just have your 3 or 4 full days that way, rather than trying to have a full day. It's just tough. Germany is slightly different to that because of how long it takes to get from the airport in Stuttgart to the actual park, because it's about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hour drive. So I do believe it's like 5 or 6 hours by bus or train, because you can't get a direct thing there. So you're going to have a travel day, and then you're going to have to spend a day or two in the park, and then you're going to have to come back So again, each thing with regards to best times to go, and obviously it depends on your time difference as well, would be, you know, obviously solid for you. But I would say do Billund the night before. I say for Germany, give yourself a travel day, and I'll do Dubai overnight. That would be my advice for all three of those. Yeah, Colin, if you've got 3 full days there, Colin, you are laughing, and oh, nice, Colin, nice. He's living the dream with that. Yeah, so if you've got 22 kilos, Colin, you'd be filling it up. Yeah, you'll be fine. Yeah, there's plenty of stuff to buy there. But yeah, 3 full days, Colin, you'll be absolutely fine. If you've got 3 like full days and like a half a day before you come back, have a look around on day 1. Lego theme park is a full day. Lego house is a full day, and depending on what time you're flying back, you can just have a look around. But it does mean that because you can do Legolandia, they have got a big water park there with a lot of water slides and stuff as well. So if you're going to take your swimming stuff, you could have a half a day there. Something I've never managed to do yet, but they have got a big water park with a load of water slides in Legolandia. So that might potentially be worth doing, or ice skating, bowling. What else they got? They got Crazy Golf. They've got another Lego shop there. They've got a gym there. They've got arcade machines there. They've got all sorts of stuff. If they're like Windsor, I'll get free stuff. I'm not 100% sure what you mean by that, Colin. They're because the shops are just the shops, not linked to the theme park chain. It's a little bit different. Let me go back through. Hot water bottle, and it woke it back up. God, but that was throbbing. Yeah, I guess it is. I mean, I need to sort of Google Maps what else is around it, but it's a bit tough because you go down the autobahn. I think it's just because it's so far away from one of the airports, and it's just a bit awkward with regards to the Germany one. But a lot of the parks are in the middle of nowhere. I mean, like Windsor. I mean, there's nothing else to do around where that park is. It's close to the horse racing track, but there's nothing really about. So you've got to drive to that one. It's not the closest from the airport either. But yeah, going business class on the way out, Colin, you'll be laughing. But the good thing is that when you come back through security, they did. Is that what you got? I thought you got. I saw that, and I thought you just got it on your points. That's not bad going. That's a big thing not to scan through. Yeah, but it's not. What I mean is, Mandy, it's not within walking distance. So there's stuff about, but it's still a bit of a trek. It's still a bit of a trek out. Well, that's the tickets to the theme park and the Lego house done. That if you save yourself that amount of money, that's a bit of a schoolboy error from whoever didn't scan that set. But 160 quid is quite a lot of money. But yeah, when you're going back, Colin, to go back through their airport security, their Lego shop is on that side. So you've got to go through the security first, and then they've got the duty free and the Lego shop's just there. But it would take about 5 minutes to get through their security. There's nobody there because the planes that fly there are tiny. So you'd be laughing. Just hopefully the flight on the way back's on time. The only thing I will say, Colin, is that it takes ages to get your passport checked and then board the plane. But I don't. Oh, there'll be no COVID stuff now, will there? So you'll be fine, because it took forever to do that last time, and every time I went, it was always delayed. So at least you won't have to worry with that. So that's a good thing. I'm trying to think how close the train station is to the Legoland Park, because there is a couple of bus stops outside the Lego park and dotted around, but I'm not 100% sure. Oh no, it's for everybody. It's everybody that's going on the flight. So coming through into Billund, it takes minutes, but to come back, it's bizarre because you go through your passport, you go through security checks and all that sort of stuff as you normally would do, and then what they've got is that they've got another passport check before you can then get to your gate. So everybody just queues up and you just join the queue for that, and they just take ages to get you through. But because it took so long for the people, the members of staff downstairs to then check the paperwork for COVID, that the passport checks weren't getting put through. So you just stood there in a long line for ages. That was the only thing. That's the only thing that took forever. But to get through security checks, you're not going to need to give yourself much time, Colin, apart from the time that you want in the last Lego store, really, before you leave. What flight have you got on the way back? We're gonna have to get you to one of these parks, Killian and Mr. Saturday Ave. Gonna have to get you to the New York park, because I think you two are the only two that haven't been to one of the Legolands now. Yeah, well, when it was the backlog was for the paperwork checks to get into the UK because everybody needed to do the locator form and everything else like that. You went through the passport bit, and then you walked down a little corridor, and you snaked down some stairs to the thing, and it just backlogged all the way through. But every single person that was getting on the flight had to get their passport checked. There was no other way of getting through it. So, and there's only the one gate as well. So it just takes ages. It's a very, very bizarre thing, and it's done that every single time that I've gone there. It's a bit of a bizarre one. Oh, that's all right. So you get to the airport about 8 o'clock. So yeah, you'd be okay. I'm guessing you mean AM rather than PM, unless your flight is at 10:30 at night, which might make sense because the last flight of that might be the last plane out. Yeah, recommend that. Well, thing is, you're gonna break your duck by going to the new Lego store in Dublin, aren't you? In the morning, 10 in the morning. Yeah. So you get about 8 o'clock. You'll be fine. They take no time, Colin. But just wait from where you are. You just have to make sure the buses are running at that time, depending on what day it is. Hello, Fluff. You need a locator form for the UK, Mandy. Every single person coming to the UK needs a locator form. That's the problem. So that's where the issue lies, because every single person at that point needs. You still do now. It doesn't matter where you're coming from in the world. You have to fill out a locator form to come in. So I had to do it. I've had to do it to Dubai. I do it everywhere. So if you were to come into the UK, flying into the UK, Mandy, you would have to fill out a locator form. So just be wary of that, otherwise they won't let you in. And you still need it, even though all the regulations are finished. Why, I don't know. Yeah, see, Mandy, that's exactly what I said. I want to go over to Dublin and check out this shop. But he doesn't know when yet, though. Yeah, you said about that, Killian. You're going to wait until the little ones are a little bit older than bring them over? Or you're going to wait until they're much older so you don't have to bring them over? Yeah, just make sure that your buses and everything are going, otherwise it'll be a bit of a walk. You have to be from where that is. It'd be about 35-minute carrying a load of suitcases and your children and your wife. That's probably not going to be a good thing for you, Colin. But yeah, when they open up that store, that'd be exciting. I want to see. So let me go through these questions. You've got best flights done. Do the Lego house give you free stuff? That's done. Mandy wanted to know about the food. Done. Rank the parks. Done. Where I'm going to next. That's done. What's got the best rides? Done. Best Miniland. Done. Hotel stuff. Places to stay. I'll talk about the hotels in a sec. Other things to do. That's done. Best seasons. Yeah, done. Shop. So, if regards to on-site hotels, I think I've said this a couple of times before. Yeah, you'd be fine, Colin. You'd be all right. You'd be easy to get it sorted out. They'll run all sorts of taxis, and I would imagine there'll be a bus stop basically directly outside where they are. The buses run continuously anyway, so you should be fine. The hotels, the biggest hotel is the one in Billund by an absolute mile. The comfiest hotel is the one in Windsor because the beds are amazing. The Holiday Village is nice in Germany as well because those rooms are quite spacious. And I haven't been into the hotel in Dubai or Florida, but yeah, you're going to get a different experience in each one that you go to. But I do say this every single time. The only one that I've been to so far that is actually a hotel rather than it being sort of a mix of family events is the one in Windsor because there's nothing else you can do. So it's just like a fancy travel lodge, which is a bit of a shame. It is going to be opening one day in Dublin and the rest spent in Galloway. So opening this summer. Nice. I'm sure I've missed something from Saturday Ave as well. I don't think it's truly free. You have to get to scan a Lego Space Shuttle. So yeah, we're gonna get Killian to his first Saturday. Saturday's coming over. Well, there you go, Saturday. You can come over for the pub crawl, and then you can have a bit of fun at the new Lego store as well. Is it? Do you know if it's a big store, Killian? Are they giving anything away? Do you know if it's is it a new build? Are they taking over? Are they taking over anything? If nobody's got any, I'll check my Instagram again, but I don't think there's any other questions that I need to go over, which is fine. Oh, hang on. Killian has slipped in. 10 to 15 jobs will be created. Nice. What store number is it? It's now the products are now sold in more than 140 countries worldwide. Did you know that? I wonder how large that's going to be. That'll be interesting. That will be interesting. No, done. Right, we've all caught up. Anybody else gets a question, and now it's too late. Tough and tough. Perfect. Oh no, you can just ask them here Saturday. Don't worry. Just ask the questions in the chat, and then ask me after, and then I can just share them. So it's not a problem. It's not a problem at all. But yeah, I've had a few people ask me a couple of questions, and then I've just given off a couple of others that might help a couple of people if they watch any of this back. But that is the Q&A basically over and done with, which is not too bad. You can indeed Saturday just ask away. Ask me anything and I can help best as possible. Same thing with you, Colin. If you've got any questions with regards to how close anything is, I can send you a couple of videos of the parks and things so you get an idea of which way to walk. Just so you know that you're going straight out. But yeah, where you're going to be staying, you're always going to turn right and just basically walk in a straight line. So it's not too bad. And you're going to get to see the hotels and things lit up in the evening, which will be really, really nice. Oh, fair enough. That's right. Yeah, I was going to say if you need me to ping any of them over, so you know exactly sort of where things are. But yeah, the park walk would be the one that you want to do, and then if you can, because if you go from the top where I went in that video, and I'm talking about how I'm going to the bakery, when I get to sort of the halfway mark and look right, where I say that these are all buildings and the hotels there, you can actually just walk down to the front, come back, and then carry on walking down the park. So that might be a nice one to do. Didn't buy a single thing Saturday. Didn't buy a single thing. Didn't look at any drinks. Didn't do anything. That's the problem, because nothing was open. That's the truth. There was no information signs on the outside. There was nothing. Like, all the restaurants when I was walking about were closed. When you see the tour, you know exactly what I mean. I walked all the way around Bollywood. I was the only person there. I walked around 2 or 3 lands of the Lego park, and I was like the only person there. It's a bit of a different mentality over in it's so it's a bit of a separate, different mentality over in Dubai, because everything's open later, but things don't open till later. So things didn't really get going till 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon, because I think what people do is they'll come to the Lego park later, and then they'll go to the next park that's open up later for another 2 hours, and then finish at Bollywood. So nobody was ever there in the morning. So I can't actually answer that question. What I can say is the if I was to get a drink out of the vending machine at the hotel, or to say, for example, to buy, I got one drink of something at the outlet centre. The cans that they had were 330 ml. So there were bigger cans than the cans that we've got. I think our cans over here are 275, and it worked out to be 90 pence for a can. So it was much cheaper. So I don't know. I don't know how much they would not. No, I didn't get a single thing. No, didn't get a minifigure. I got nothing. I got nothing. I literally walked in, did all the bits and pieces that I needed to, and left. Yeah, it was. Yeah, so I got nothing. Didn't get a single brick. What I staying in the okay. Well, I have actually got on my laptop, Colin, the hotel that you're staying at. I'm currently in the process of editing that together, so I can just ping you that over, so you know what you're getting yourself in for, and then you know where that is with regards to everything else. But yeah, it's got the big number 8 flag out the front, isn't it? Yeah, that's. And there's also the mini golf. You need to play that. You just need. They do. It's only cash only though. They don't do a card. It's not manned. And I've got a video of how you pay for all that. You just put all the money in the envelope, and you take your clubs, and it's got like a big crazy 18-hole crazy golf course. That's it's a real nice thing, and that's a couple of minutes from where you are. So that's definitely worth doing. Well, like I said at the start of the video, Windsor's not open, Billund's not open, Germany's not open. The water park was closed. Everybody basically Saturday was at the water park, and I think it's because of their regulations for COVID rather than anything else, to be honest, because everybody was wearing masks continuously outside, and it was awkward was a word. Not happy with the security at Motion Gate shouting at all the kids to put their masks on. It's bizarre because the security at Motion Gate weren't locals, so it was all foreigners, all complete mix that can't speak any English either, and they can't speak their local language anyway. So yeah, there was a bit of lost in translation with regards to a couple of groups getting sort of shouted at, and this wasn't at the Legoland park, this was at Motion Gate, and it's just something that it just puts you off a little bit. And then it got to the point where I was like, I just want to get in and get out. So it was just, I did the Lego park on the Tuesday, and then I went back later on in the week just to sort of soak in the Miniland for myself quickly. But you're just, like, the staff, there was 8 members of staff, like, just twiddling their thumbs and not doing anything. It's like, oh, it's just like, but it is what it is. I've got a lot of footage, got a lot of the queue lines, got a lot of everything. But yeah, it was a bit of a weird one. And the annoying thing is that I have to voice over all the videos because the music was so loud. You couldn't hear me, and it's just a pain in the backside. Yeah, cash only for the golf, Colin. Cash only for a golf. They haven't got a card machine, so it is definitely worth doing. They've got I've got a video of that to upload at some point, which I'll probably upload in a little while, just randomly on a Wednesday to mix it up with the rest of the Dubai stuff. But yeah, the hotel that you're staying at is the one that I reckon. Yeah, I would stay there. I'm stayed at the Sleep Hotel just because it's cheaper. But then obviously I don't mind doing all the walking and things. But I said all the time that if you're staying with a family, to stay a little bit further up. The Hotel Billund is the really fancy one, which is going to be sort of over the road from where you are, and you'll see what I mean when you walk past it. But yeah, it's yeah, it works all right. Now see Saturday the really crisp footage from the Lionsgate video, that isn't GoPro. That's the other camera. I turned that up to 4K, and it's a better picture quality than the GoPro. But I just can't walk very quickly because it bounces, and I can't have that camera on 4K with maximum stability on, because if I have the camera at full arm length, it cuts everything off. So the Lionsgate bit where it starts off, that's actually the 4K mode on the Sony camera that I've got, and that's super, super crisp. But on Thursday, when there was no wind, both of the cameras started to overheat. So that was a bit of a. That's why I've got footage on my phone, the GoPro and the Sony. But yeah, so all the stuff when I'm walking around the Hunger Games, that is not a GoPro. That's why I'm walking a little bit slower. When I'm walking quickly, it's with a GoPro. But yeah, I turned it up to 4K to see what it looked like, and the picture quality is absolutely amazing. So a lot of the stuff got filmed in 4K, and then it gets rendered in 1080p because the file formats are just so large, and it just takes ages to do. But the annoying thing is the Legoland park I did on a GoPro, which is 4K, and I did it in 1080p on the Sony camera, only because I can only film in 5-minute increments. I'm gonna have to keep hitting record on it. So it's yeah, the footage for everything came out really crisp. So I'm really happy with that, and the night stuff came out nicely as well. But yeah, you'll see some of the footage during the day in 4K. It looks nice. No, it was Monday, Tuesday. Weather-wise, it was really windy, so I was in a hoodie and shorts. Wednesday, it started to get hot. I went to the water park on Thursday because, as bad as it sounds, I actually needed a break from security just shouting at people, because I just didn't think it was on. And the water park was actually really, it was good. It was really good atmosphere. It was a lot of even older couples just there, just sat on the deck chairs, just tanning, because you didn't need to have a mask on, and then you could just go into the water parks and do everything else like that. But the wind that was kicking through Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Sunday, those 4 days, loads of wind kicking about. I've got a video which it's on a swing ride, so it goes up a massive shaft, and you sat on a swing, and it spins you at the top. You're hundreds and hundreds of feet in the air, and when you're going around on that, the wind was kicking in really badly, and you were twisting around on the metal bits. But no, I didn't witness any sandstorms at all. But yeah, the weather wasn't fantastic. But every single person, I could keep saying, was at this expo. That's why it was so quiet. But yeah, the footage came out really crisp. I was really happy with the Lionsgate video, because that was the first time I filmed it with that camera in 4K, and it was worth it. And then I did a load of other film. I just filmed everything in 4K after that. So from basically Tuesday onwards, you'll know when it's, like I said, when it's GoPro, and when it's not, because the GoPro, it inflates the colors a little bit more. Weather in Dubai, the weather in Billund currently, sir, is snowing. It's currently snowing at the moment. April, I don't know what it'll be, but I do know it's their off-peak, so it should be really, really quiet. That's the point, Colin. Have you actually checked to make sure the park's open on the day that you're there? Because it's not open every single day in April. I'm sure the park's only open Thursday to Monday, so just be careful, because I don't know what date the date that you go in represents links with, but check that, because it's not open on certain days, because it's completely off peak. So I'm sure with my really random knowledge of these theme parks, I'm sure the park is only open Thursday to Monday. So just be careful. And you're going to see all the new stuff that they put in as well, which is really cool. But weather-wise over there, it's probably a bit like here. So whatever we're going to be like in April could be a mixed bag. But you got 22 kilos of spare space, Colin, haven't you? So I'm sure you'd be okay. And you've got plenty of roller coasters to dry yourself off on as well, because you have got some proper rides over. Put it this way, Colin, the roller coasters at the Legoland in Billund, their slowest roller coaster is the Dragon. So that's like their baby ride, and then all the others are a bit more full fat. That's fine. That's okay then. There we go. Wednesday to Saturday laughing. Yeah, because it's good actually you're doing that, because Sunday there's nothing open apart from the Lego house. So the Lego house gets really busy on the Sunday. So yeah, if you're doing Thursday, Friday, so if you're doing the Lego house on Saturday, you'll be fine. If you're doing the theme park on the Friday, that'll be really, really quiet. And if you're having a look around on the also, yeah, you're flying Tuesday night, so you got all day Wednesday to have a look about. So that nothing will be open. So that'd be your sort of look around day, and then the house, because the Lego house is only open on, I think, Thursday to Sunday, because it's open with the schools. You can still go into the Lego house for the shop on the Wednesday, but you won't be able to go around. I think. Yeah, I think. So you'll be all right, Colin. You'll be okay. You got a good couple of days just to do all the bits and pieces. But yeah, just double check the dates, because I know with their Billund house, they offer their house solely out for educational purposes for the children. So they offer it to all the schools to come down school trips. You can't go in on certain days, and then it's only open, I want to say, Thursday to Sunday. Yeah, you'll probably be able to do it on the same day, Colin, to be fair. You'll be able to do it the night before if you really need to. It's really easy to do, so I wouldn't panic too much. But yeah, just get down there and have the full day. But I would go to the Lego house. Sorry, yeah, I would go to the Lego house on the day that on your first full day when you've got nothing booked. I would go there first, have a look around Billund, have a look at the house, come back, have a bit of lunch, go to the Landia, and just spend the rest of the day there, because there's quite a lot to do. And then when you go back to the house, you don't have to go into the shop, because you won't really have time. And the problem is if you try and go to the shop, if you're knowing you spend most of the day at the Lego house, then want to go into the shop at the end of the day, and it'll be absolutely ramsacked. So yeah, best off doing it when people are in the house. My top tip to anybody that's thinking of going, you guys are all living the dream, says the guy over the spinning. Yeah, see, that's it. Saturday, I said to you, your city looks absolutely amazing. So it's when you get yourself to that New York park, you'll be living the dream then, won't you? Yeah, well, what I mean is, Colin, is that the Lego shop is in the Lego house. So you can actually go to the Lego store, look at your exclusives. If you want to buy anything, make a minifigure up and do any of that, give yourself some time to do that on your your first chill out day, only because when say, for example, you do that on the Thursday, if that's your first full day, or Wednesday. So your Wednesday's your first full chill out day. So if you went down to the Lego house on the Wednesday, you can't go. You can go into the ground level and go to the calf, but you can't go up because it's split into two bits. So you can go to the shop, have a look around, take some photos. You can go to the roof, get on top of the roof, play on all the bits and pieces there, just enjoy the facilities, and then come back and then go to the Landia, enjoy the ice skating, swimming, and all that sort of stuff. You'll be fine, because when you go back on say, for example, on the Friday, you just won't have time to do any of that, and you would do it all. You spend hours and hours in the museum, the little things we're building, blah 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 blah, and then when you leave, everybody will leave at the same time, and then you just won't be able to get into the shop. So that's just a top tip, just to do it, and just do it when you wake up. Really, just head up, just waddle down at like 10:30, 11 o'clock, and you'll be living the dream. Yeah, that's it. Sorry, I misread that. Yeah, you go to the Lego shop, the Lego house on day one. Yeah, just have a look around Billund, go through the park, walk back up, and then yeah, Lelandia. It's got all the bits and pieces there. Yeah, your lights Saturday are cracking. They are absolutely cracking. In that's I did like what you had done, and I'd like how you danged them off the Ninjago bit as well. I thought that looked really effective. Yeah, no problem, Colin. Because they when they open up the doors to the Lego house, they then open up the side doors where you can walk up the roof. So on your Lego house model, every single color you can. If you, obviously, I'm saying this thinking you've not seen the video. If you have seen the video, just shut me up. But I do walk all the way up, and each level and each color has its own play area. But you can get to the very, very top, which nobody does because nobody knows it's there. And that Lego brick that is on the top of the Lego house set, that is the thing. So you can actually go up there, take a load of photos, and it looks fantastic. And you can just see all of Billund. And they have a supermarket which you can get all your drinks and everything really, really cheap. So you can just stock up on them. So you don't need to take your drinks into the theme parks and stuff like that. You can save yourself a little bit of money. And then you can come back, dump all your stuff off at the hotel, and then crack on with London. Oh, do you? I mean, thank you at all? No, not at all. I just enjoy trying to help people. It's something that I like, and it's just it's one of those that you could easily miss stuff because if we just stay with the Lego house, it's so big. I don't think it's bizarre because after I filmed everything and just yes, this you can get all the snacks and everything from there, Colin. Yeah, they've got all the food from there, and they've got real nice. It's called takeout. They've got real nice nice eateries and things there. So yeah, you can get your snacks from that one. There's a couple of different supermarkets. They've got a couple of co-ops and stuff in there as well. So you don't want to be spending all your money on site. But yeah, if you were to go into their supermarkets, it's really nice and cheap. And if you stocked up on some drinks and things like that, you'll be fine on snacks and drinks and just nibbles. But yeah, a lot of people don't realise that you can actually go to the top of the roof. Yeah, probably, dude. I don't know how soon it'll be because you've got nearly 60 videos of Dubai. So what I start doing is, like I said, you're going to get the Legoland Dubai video is going to be at 5 o'clock every Sunday, and then you're going to have one from Motion Gate on a Saturday, one from Bollywood on a Sunday, and then it'll be a random Lucky Dip one on a Wednesday. And then I still got the city update videos to try and sort of get in there. I might start uploading more than 4 a week, depending on how many months of content that I've got. It depends how quickly I can get them all edited, so I know actually how many videos I've got. Until then, I'm just going to have to stick to the normal schedule. But yeah, if you get yourself up to the top, Colin, just have a look around. You'll probably be there an hour or two, and then you can just spend from lunchtime onwards. You'll just be at Lelandia. Just, I would like to think you would enjoy the water park. It's something I've seen videos of it, and the water slides look amazing, but I've never had the time to go in, and that's something that I really would like to do. And I don't think it's that expensive either. But they've got a lot of different bits and pieces that you can do and sort of enjoy, and yeah, it'd be nice and chilled. Because the Lego park it's a big park, Colin. Compared to Windsor, it's a big park, and it's a lot of walking. And I wonder if the haunted house will be open. That'd be cool because hopefully there are new rides in, and then Miniland is 10 times better, as in size wise, it's huge. But yeah, going for that answer Saturday, I will be uploading bits and pieces. And I did say at the start of the video, actually, yeah, I would say it is, Mandy. I'd say it is, and it's not as nicely spread out either. Windsor's just like on top of each other because Windsor used to be an old zoo, so it's very, very steep. But yeah, because the Billund lands are really big if you think about it, and if you think how far back it goes and how long the rides are. Yeah, it'd be interesting. But I know they're updating their boat ride. So, Colin, you know the boat ride by the harbour, which is in the harbour at Windsor, which is over the road from the haunted house at Windsor. They've got one of that at Billund, but what they've got their version of Billund, because they do it properly, is they've just got hundreds of thousands of Lego brick models around theirs. But what they've done is they pulled all of that out and they put everything brand new going in that section. So you're going to have massive, massive Taj Mahals and Statue of Liberties and all that sort of stuff, and you can just chill out on the boat and drive that about. Whereas the one in Windsor, you look at a big plastic model. That really annoys me. Dubai's even worse. It goes around a children's play area. So they're not the same. Dubai for models definitely has that bit nailed. But yeah, they got a massive upgrade for that, and they should be doing the tower drop ride and a haunted house. That should be there or thereabouts, up and running. And I want to know let me know what's happening with the Polar Express area, because there was a ride at the back which they've got in Germany, which is a thing that you sit in, one seat. It's on a robotic arm and it just launches you about in all different directions. That wasn't open either. So yeah, that's the thing with Windsor, Colin, isn't it? You can just go and then leave, because it's open temporary times, isn't it? The weekend. Yeah, that's it. It's completely different, Colin. Completely different. Man, yeah, just you've done the best. You've done Billund, so it's the Miniland you'll like at Windsor, and Mythica. Credit where credit's due. That Mythica land visually is really, really impressive. But yeah, it's nice. But you've done the best. Billund is fantastic, absolutely fantastic. So yeah, Colin, you're going to be in for a treat with that. Yeah, you're going to be in for a right treat. But yeah, you've got three things that might be opening. You've got the real penguins that you can have a look at. The Polar Express roller coaster is ridiculously fast. It goes some, put it that way. And then all the rides are full of models as well. The log flume's long. Yeah, you've got all sorts. I'll tell you what, if you come back from Billund thinking Windsor's better, Colin, you're going to need your head checking 100%. And the only problem is that it will make you think about going. It will make you think how expensive Windsor is once you've been to Billund. Because if you start thinking you can probably go to Billund for the cost of, if you were to say spend 2 nights at the Lego Hotel in Windsor and spend a stupid amount of money, you could probably take the family with the flight for a couple of nights to Billund. I think I just half term in Feb. I'm lost. Oh, for Windsor. Yeah, it might be. It'd probably just be certain days as well. They'll just be running temporary hours. Yeah, they've just updated. The only thing I know they've just done is the Centerpod Raceway has just been redone. But that's what you're going to like about the Lego house, Colin, because it's actual to scale Lego, so you're going to get so many building techniques and everything like that. And then that's before you even look at the history. So yeah, good full day at the Lego house. You're gonna need so. But I can give you some tips and everything like that. Don't panic. No, I've eaten it. I ate it at the start, Colin. Saturday. I was munching to myself at the start, so I've already necked that. So don't worry. Well, yeah, I bet it is. I bet it is. But I mean, it can be done on a budget as well. But obviously, you're taking the family, so it's going to be a little bit more money, but it'll be worth it, Colin. It'll be worth it. I mean, the accommodation that you're staying at is really nice. You can stay at much worse places, but there's just no point really. Where you are, it will save you so much time with walking and everything else like that. So it's worth spending that little bit extra. and with the other place that you're going to be staying at as well. It's really, really nice and chilled, so it's worth doing it. And the Litlands will have a load of fun, sort of running around and doing all those bits and pieces. Yeah, so it'll be all right. It'll be definitely worth your while. So that's for sure. But yeah, don't panic. I have got chocolate. It's eaten. It's been done. It's gone. It's absolutely fine. So don't you worry yourselves too much. All right. There you go. Say hello. Oh, come on. Ready for the longest cat in the world? How long his legs are. Yeah. They're massive. These things are massive. Oh. No, there's when they've got a couple of places by the Lego house which are cheaper and really nice. But where you're staying, Colin, with regards to the hotel, it's fine. Honestly, it's so nice. You can, and the rooms are a bit. I'll send you some photos. The rooms are. I don't know what family room is like. I only just had a double bed in mine. But if you're obviously you got the one room, yeah, just tagging along. Yeah, don't that I can imagine. But yeah, where you're going to be staying, it's definitely worth doing it just for how easy it is. But yeah, they've got all sorts of stuff there, Mandy. They've got all sorts. Don't you stand on that. Not going to happen. You can walk over there, but you're not standing on the laptop. Yeah, because you can see the different hotels from the top of the Lego house as you go up. So as you go up on the big brick, you can actually have a look and just see all the different bits and pieces that they've got. And there, you start like Googling accommodation in Billund, loads of different ones pop up. So you can get all sorts of different ones there. But yeah, I would much prefer to do Billund over Windsor for sure. I don't know. I might enjoy the thrill Saturday. What's the odds something gets smashed? What are the odds? He's good as gold, but he's the one that'll bite and run off and leave it in his mouth. That does sound like a story. That sounds like something that we need to know. I don't think I was thinking the same, Colin. I don't think I'm going to do mine either. I think all I'm going to do is probably go up before my pass runs out. Just go up there for a one-off bit of filming, and then that'll be that. Or when we met up and walking around Windsor, it's really annoying, and this will be the big thing for you, Colin. Like you will go into the shop of the Lego store, either house or the park, and they love it. They absolutely love Lego. Every single person of their family would have worked there, and they love the history. It's the only town that relates around it. They have nothing like that in Windsor. They're just there for pocket money. I don't understand why you would get a job like that, but not do any research or whatsoever. It's like working in retail and not knowing what merchandise that you've got on the shop floor. It doesn't make any sense. Hey, thank you. Oh, hang on, you two are looking like you're having all the thrilling stuff here. I had no excitement in my hotel. Nothing, I'm afraid. I had the air conditioning on all day, and it cooled the room down to 23. that was the only fight that I had. Yeah, I need to check mine, Colin, and see when mine does. But yeah, I'll go up and do like a full loop tour, and then just see. because I couldn't do the pass that you've got. I could only do the off-peak one because it wouldn't allow me to do anything else. But I'm guessing by the sounds of it, they've not updated the Miniland or anything there yet. Because they were saying that they're updating all the electronics and everything in that Miniland over the huge amount of time. But Colin, did you know that the old Star Wars walkthrough attraction, which is now called Rebuild the World, which is going to be called something else apparently later on, they still have all the massive Star Wars models there? I bet that ended interestingly, Killian. That's something that we need to know, but probably not in this chat. What? Nothing. Like you couldn't get any food, you couldn't do anything. That's the only thing I don't understand. Like when it's so off peak, why they bother? They can't be making money, and I bet not all the rides are open either, or half of them were. Or they did the whole thing as they don't have enough staff, so they just rotated them around. That's kind of the problem that I had over in Dubai. But then I don't really stop and eat and drink or anything like that. But there was just not much. There wasn't anything open with regards to that kind of stuff. But you can't expect to go to Legoland Windsor and nothing be open. Yeah, that's no surprise. Yeah, Mandy, I'm sure that's absolutely fine. I see people bring packed lunches and stuff to Windsor. That's actually one thing you couldn't do in Dubai. They bag checked you all the time, and you could only bring one bottle of fluid with you, and you had to eat their food on site. You weren't allowed to bring your own food in. Yeah, but you can bring snacks to Windsor, Mandy. That's not a problem. Yeah, they just don't have enough staff. Those hill trains they've always had problems with. And I found out that the other train, that the big Lego Heart Lake City train, that broke down apparently, and they've just not been able to fix it. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to be doing with that. Surely it should be an easy enough fix. Yeah, no snacks in Dubai, Mandy. So that's got to be ticked off. You've got to cross that one off. I want to go over to New York. I'd like to do that. I'd like that be one of my parks I'd like to go to in America. Be the easiest probably to go to. But yeah, cross Dubai off. You don't need to do that. Ooh, exciting. That'd be worth going around. See, they're always updating stuff. So that's why I want to go back and refilm it all for the 2022 season. But it's they've done so much because they've got a huge expansion thing in place, haven't they? So where the Team Extreme ride is, which hasn't been open for God knows how many years, apparently all of that's going to be pulled out, and they're going to be putting other bits and pieces there. But I don't know what they're going to do there because that Duplo Valley is so big that I can just see it being more Duplo based stuff rather than it being Lego based. Because obviously they've got their version of a little water park which works for 3 or 4 weeks over the year. But I don't know what they're going to do with that area because that's the bit where from the Imagination Centre. Yeah, see that shouldn't have been closed. You should have been able to go upstairs and have a look round where they must be doing something internally with that because the guy told me that the Rebuild the World thing was only temporary. And that is a huge area where that Star Wars thing was. It's filthy big because it goes all the way underneath the shop, all the way basically to the front gate. And then it wraps around and comes back again. So the thing is enormous. So I don't know why they're not utilising that space. And one of the guys said that they have got all the Star Wars models there. And then he said it's also been used as a dumping ground. I was like, can I have a look? He said, no, I can't take you back there for security reasons, which was a shame. But yeah, they literally just shut the doors on it. So by the sounds of it, it's all still there. But I just can't see them doing anything with it. And then another member of staff, when I went up there, said, "Oh, they might do something with their own Lego Movie stuff," but I doubt it. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me, Colin. Something that they should just open up the doors to, and then just be able to go upstairs and have a look around and come back down again. It doesn't need to be manned. But the problem is that because they put the bricks down there now, then there needs to be a member of staff by that door to make sure that nobody's choking. That's the problem. Or what they do is they just do what they've done in Dubai, and they take all the bricks away again, so you can't build anything there, and then you can just go up and then come back down again. Why? They just shoot themselves in the foot. Well, that's naughty, really, because that should be an easy thing to have open. It's sadly, it's huge. It is absolutely massive, that thing. It's such a shame that's. I have got the video. I keep saying this. I need to put it together, but I have got all old mobile phone footage of me walking around from years ago of that open. It's maybe no more than 8-9 minutes long, but I think it's worth having a look at. And they are. It's just a huge. It's just a huge area. So I'll have to put that together and do that as a I do it as like a throwback upload. I don't know. You guys can think of the title: Star Wars Throwback from Windsor in mid 2000s or whenever it was. But yeah, it's a shame that you didn't have the best of trips there, Colin. So sorry, it's not ideal, but I'm sure Billund will suffice. Obviously, it's going to be their quiet time as well. So stuff will be open, but not all the food places will be open. But the rides and things will be. So that'll be ace. Yeah, I'll put it together. There's a couple of things because I did the old Windsor thing with the mini golf in. I uploaded one of them when I first was, because I was just practicing with all the editing stuff. I think I'd like to think that the quality of them has got a little bit better, rather than what it was when I first started doing them. Yeah, I bet you could just walk around the whole thing, Colin. I bet there's hardly anybody there. But yeah, I did the mini golf from back in the day. I didn't film anything from Germany, which is annoying because I should have filmed the mini golf and stuff, but I didn't take a camera with me. So it's a good excuse to go back. Right, guys, I'm going to start wrapping it up. I think that'd be a good time to finish. 2 hours. That's not too bad at all. I'll give you a couple of minutes to say goodbye to each other, and then I will skedaddle, and then we'll start carrying on with the actual Lego City sometime this week. We'll carry on with either Gotham or the Star Wars bit. Yeah, there's plenty of stuff to be doing up in here, so it'll be worth doing. But no, I'm glad everybody's okay. I'm glad I got to answer about an hour and a half's worth of people's questions. But I did say this, if you can watch the first 5 minutes of the video, I did ask the stuff that you guys enjoy looking at and seeing, and then just let me know in the comments of this video when it gets uploaded to what you guys actually like to look at. If you like me walking around, if you like seeing the shops, if you like seeing everything affiliated with everything else, just let us know in the comments when this goes up, and then I know what to be looking at next time I film off. No, don't worry, Killian. You've got nothing to be sorry about. Nothing to be sorry about at all, dude. I'm grateful that all of you guys turned up and we've all caught back up. But you enjoy yourself, Killian. Enjoy your evening, Colin. Enjoy yourself. Saturday Ave. Enjoy. Mandy, enjoy. And anybody else that is lurking in the background, enjoy. And I'll say this now. Goodbye, Mr. King, who is not here because his battery died. But you enjoy your evening as well. Take it easy, everybody. Ta-da.